found out that Joseph Gordon-Levitt has a girlfriend, secret girlfriend. We don't know. It's someone that is not in the industry. And this has made me very, very sad. So just wanted to tell everyone that.
Just wanted the world to know that Jago Lev, as I like to call him,
has Jagon left.
Jagon left me.
Action.
I can't do that for like a long amount of time.
Hello.
This is Chicks Did Flicks.
Spooky edition.
Episode 4.
Halloween.
Halloween horror movie edition.
Also old people.
Old people.
Spooky.
Spooky old people.
Okay. I'm Maya.
I'm Abby.
And I'm Anna.
We're not talking
I'm also a ghost and has been dead for 5 years.
We have returned from the depths of fall break to talk to you guys. So how are you guys' fall breaks?
It's good, good.
It was a probably the best fall break.
Oh,
I feel like
had.
mine did too.
Yeah, I remembered why I don't like hanging out at my parents' house that often. But, just kidding. I love you guys. You're
did
great.
you guys see any movies recently than the one we're going to talk about, which is Carrie?
Yeah, over break I saw The Butler, which was actually like amazingly good.
I like that movie.
Yeah. What I really liked about it was that it gave you kind of an opposite perspective of what most movies around that time period about that time period really make. I mean, it's over a very long period of time, but it has a lot to do with the Black rights movement in the United States. And I've just seen so many movies where the people were like young and they were like for the for the Black rights movement,
Civil rights movement,
yeah, civil rights movement, and like we're like super for it and fought. And then you also have this, but in this movie it's the main character and he's definitely for it, but he does it in a different way. And he was like a lot of the older generation of that time where they were a little bit more afraid. So I thought it was a wonderful movie. Has like the most amazing cast.
Yeah.
Like every famous person is in this movie.
I like that too because it was kind of validating that sort of resistance from the inside. That was cool.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of movies because I just do.
That's how you
I was going to see more, but I just didn't have time. I went to see, in Chicago, 12 Years a Slave.
Oh my God, I'm so jealous. We got to watch that.
There was a limited, we're going to go, hopefully we'll see it in the next month or something. But it was fantastic. That's all I'll say. It's just fantastic. Definitely gave me a lot of feels. And then I saw this one movie. I saw another movie for this Heartland Film Festival, which was taking place in Indianapolis, called Hank and Asha, which is about this Indian woman who's a film student in Prague, and she sees this guy's video at the Prague Film Festival, and then decides to record this video for him and say like, "Hey, I really like your stuff," and then he video chats for her, and then they go back and forth with this video email thing, and it's like
You've Got Mail for the 2010s.
Yeah, it's like the 2010s, the 2010s, and it's a really good film, and it's pretty great. And then I saw this other movie called Wajda, which is the first Saudi Arabian film, I think, and it was a great movie. It's about this 12-ish-year-old girl who wants to get a bike, and women can't ride bikes in Saudi Arabia, so she's trying to get a bike, so she's trying to collect money, so she decides to get into this Quran reading competition.
That's really cool. Wonder if my brother saw that. Shout out to my brother. I told everyone to rein in the shout outs this week, but
you were the first one.
You were the first one.
But I was just like, he's in Saudi Arabia. Needed to do the shout out.
Is he listening to this?
I don't know. Maybe if I tell him to.
Shout out to Anna's brother.
Shout out.
Overseas.
Yeah.
He's teaching.
Salam
right?
alaikum. I'm just waiting for the alaikum salam, but he's not going to do it.
Okay.
Kafek. Oh, wait, is Kafek or Kafek? Anyway, that's my part of Arabic. Sorry, Mom, for disappointing you. Shout out to my mom.
Shout out to Mom.
Okay.
Well, I watched White Chicks on TV overnight.
Nice.
So another kind of like civil rights important. We've got like The Butler, 12 Years a Slave,
and White Chicks. The involvement of black film.
It's kind of up there.
No.
So that's what I did.
Anyway, so let's start with news.
Let's move into the news.
The spooky news.
It's not that spooky.
So we have some really great and interesting castings. So first one, which I'm excited about, Michael B. Jordan, famous for as of Fruitvale Station and Chronicle, has been
also
cast.
Friday Night Lights.
Oh, and Friday Night Lights, yes.
What?
Was cast as Johnny Storm in the new Fantastic Four reboot.
Okay, now who is Johnny Storm? Like, does he make storms?
He's the Human Torch.
Oh, he's
the Human Torch because
what? I thought the Human Torch and Johnny Storm were two different people.
No. Let's look at the picture.
Oh, what?
I'm happy
Why is
about
his name
this.
Johnny Storm?
Because
I'm happy about
Storm.
this due to the fact that now Chris Evans is no longer two
that-
superheroes at once in the same, and it's not even like two
It's in the
completely
same
separate.
universe, yeah.
They're in the same universe. Oh, it just makes
There's so
me
much
angry.
good fic about that.
No, it just makes me angry.
So yeah, it's really, I'm really, really excited. First, because it's been, like, there's been rumors about it, and I felt like it was going to happen. Second, I'm glad that he's going to be a black guy, because that means that Sue Storm has to be a black woman, and I'm going to be hella pissed if they decide to make some stepsister out of someone, because she has to be a black person.
Yeah.
And I'm excited. So.
And now, in the comics, is he a white dude? Or?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and Sue Storm is the Invisible Woman.
Okay.
And she does, like, force field stuff.
And she gets, spoiler, she gets married to
Mr. Fantastic.
Mr. Fantastic.
Okay, I never saw the original.
The fourth one is the
non-original.
rock guy.
Yeah, The Thing.
That's
so cool. I'm excited, and I'm going to go see this movie no matter if it's a bomb or
Me
if it's
too.
amazing.
Weird thing about Fantastic Four, the two ones that have come out before. One of the very few times that I've actually enjoyed a sequel more than an original.
Yep.
Silver Surfer, I
would say
felt, was better.
I watch that all the time when it comes on FX.
Shout out to FX.
So next one is Tom Hardy is going to be playing Elton John in a biopic. Biopic is it?
A biopic.
A biopic. So yeah, it's Rocket Pictures Rocket Man.
Rocket Man.
So, and the Focus Features has come aboard to give a film a major U.S. release.
Yeah, right.
So,
I'll believe it when I see
John
it.
plans to re-record many of his hit songs for the film, which is really interesting because I didn't think that Tom Hardy looked like Elton John, but I mean, of
I was
course
gonna
they're
say,
gonna
isn't
put,
Elton John still alive? Yeah, he is. That's
he's
kind
still
of
alive.
It's kind of weird to make a
'cause
biopic about someone that's
he's not
still
even
alive.
like dying.
No.
Like, he's not dying. It's like a weird thing to have a biopic of you when you're not like.
I mean, Mark Zuckerberg. I guess that was kind of weird.
That
The
was
same thing with
pretty
Citizen
weird.
Kane, really, because they
Yeah.
made that while he was still alive.
Yeah,
Well, he wasn't real, was he?
That would probably
Well,
weird.
it was based on
Well,
it.
I think it's might be weirder when you're like 20 in your 20s for like Mark
Yeah.
Zuckerberg to get your own almost your own biopic ish.
When did Ray come out?
2005.
Was Ray Charles? Was it right after Ray Charles died?
No,
It was like
I think
a
I think
year
he
or
came
so.
in. I think the movie came and then he died or something like that.
Oh
or he
really?
died-
Oh
Yeah.
right. The movie was done before he died.
Yeah. So that's another weird one.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. It says.
What if Elton John dies right before this movie comes out?
No,
that would be an international tragedy.
Everyone knock on wood.
someone would say it's like there's a quote for here. It says
not
Tom
wood,
is
but-
quickly becoming known as one of the world's most versatile actors, and like others at the top of their craft, he has proven his ability to transform himself completely into the character or subject found in this material.
What's he in besides Inception?
He's been in the
Batman.
He was Batman. He
But
was
he just wore a mask the whole time.
He was in the
wasn't-
movie
he wasn't
Warrior. He was in this movie called Bronson, which was he was like this, like he changes he's like Christian Bale. He changes his weight all the time to flummox whatever.
That's so bad for him.
It is
All
bad.
right. Well, I'll see that biopic.
Matt Damon did that and literally caused himself like lifelong damage by losing all that weight that he had to lose for.
We got a lot
I
of.
remember the name of the movie.
This one's the biggest casting of them all.
Oh, yeah, it
this
is.
week.
What?
We talked about that Charlie Hunnam
Yeah.
dropped out of 50 Shades of Grey.
Tragedy.
And
Also,
we
yeah.
have a new Christian Grey. It's Jamie Dornan. He's from Once Upon a Time and a
I'm liking this
former
picture.
Calvin Klein model.
Who does he
I
play on
know.
Once Upon a Time?
Listeners, check out the link to this picture because it
he play Hook?
is easy on the eyes.
No, I can't. I'm trying to find it.
I mean, I can look him up.
He
He's
plays Sheriff Graham in the ABC series Once Upon a Time, and and play a serial killer in the BBC miniseries The Fall.
Sees how much I watch Once Upon a Time, which is not.
Are we gonna go see this movie, yo? I'll see this movie.
It's scheduled for release on August 1st of 2014.
Oh,
so I might go and see it.
I'm probably not going to be in this state, but maybe.
Wow, what state would you be in?
Texas.
Oh, right, you want to move.
Shout out to Rooster Teeth.
Shout out to the state of Texas.
Shout out to Austin, Texas.
Shout out to anyone who's American that's listening to this.
I think it looks like a good role for him. I mean, he's pretty sexy, so whatever, let's do it. Okay, new one. Also, Christoph Waltz will be joining Horrible Bosses 2, which is scheduled to release next year, Thanksgiving time.
Still never saw the first one.
It's a pretty funny movie.
He's the father of Chris Pine.
Yeah, and Chris Pine's gonna be in it. And so definitely there's going to be an interesting setup. I'm excited. I didn't really think that this was needed a sequel, but I will go see the sequel.
People said it was good, right?
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Yeah, I heard it's a good comedy.
I like Jason Bateman and Jason Sudeikis.
Yeah.
And Charlie Day is in it. I don't like him as much, but...
Who is Charlie Day?
Charlie Day is the squeaky guy from Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh, what? I love him!
So, yep. Also returning are Jennifer Aniston and Kevin Spacey. And Jamie Foxx. Oh my god, he's coming back. Okay, his name is motherfucker Jones. So, I can't... Okay, anyway. Glad that's coming back.
Alright.
So, this is an interesting news segment because it's not... Yeah, I guess it's news. So this one company was called Hawk Cock. It's Hawk
not
Coach.
just the dick of a
Coke, past president of the Academy of Motion Pictures Arts and Sciences, was talking in this like kind of panel thing about maybe a different category for the Oscars because of in the visual department, because there's cinematography, there's art direction, there's visual effects, but he was suggesting something as visual imaging because it's really hard now with like movies that we don't know, is it something actually all of it's special effects, is it all camera operated, is it all like certain things, and who should get all the money, like not the money, the awards for that, because a recent time, like Avatar's won best cinematography, Life of Pi has won best cinematography. It seems like
recently everyone who wins best special effects also wins best cinematography, which is kind of redundant.
Is it like true? Should they get it because it's not like camera angle, like it's like, because that's what the cinematography is, camera, like how you work the camera. I mean,
which doesn't make much sense to me, especially for Avatar,
because especially for Avatar,
I feel like that had almost nothing to do with actual camera. No offense to cinematographer on that. I'm sure he was great.
No offense to James Cameron.
Because like Alfonso,
I'm sure he's listening. Shout out to James.
Because Alfonso Cuarón, who I think I'm not saying his last name.
No one knows how to say his last name. His last name is Alfonso Cuarón.
I think I don't know.
Alfonso Mumble.
Something. He got his movie Children of Men got best cinematography in 2000 whatever.
No offense to that movie, but it's not very good.
It is good. We're gonna just disagree right there.
You know who's in that movie? Charlie Hunnam.
But like that, what is it? But that one deserves best cinematography because there was actual like setup of the camera.
Yeah.
But is this because he says that roughly 80% of Gravity was hand animated in the computer?
Really? I thought they did some cool things with the camera though. Yeah, they did some kind of floaty thing.
They did some, but it's just really interesting. So, I mean, I'm up for it.
Yeah, I'm up for a new category. How much longer would it make the ceremony?
Yeah, that's true. I just don't...
Probably another freaking hour and a half. Yeah. Goddamn.
Like, we'll be done at 11, guys, we swear. 12:30.
One more category.
Like, at least give people who actually did really well with their cinematography a chance. Because I think, for me, 12 Years a Slave should get some cinematography nods for what they did. Because there's some really great shots.
There's also, like... You know who? Okay, so I don't know if they'll even get nominated, but The Butler had some of the most amazing editing.
Really?
Yeah, like just scenes that got edited together and the way they got edited together were absolutely amazing.
There was one part that I actually, the part of The Butler was the part where he's on the bus during the what's called the Freedom Rides, and then him like getting ready for the president, and those two scenes were actually the best. I think that's the one scene that I actually really enjoyed out of the whole movie was those two scenes back and forth.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go to the next one.
Next piece of news.
That's something wrong.
I'm just gonna throw in the word spooky. Spooky. Every once in a while, to make this episode spooky.
Wonder Woman movie may be on the way, but it won't be called Wonder Woman. But it's not like a thing that we. It's actually going to be considered like an animated movie.
What?
Yeah. But it's under the Justice League brand. It says it could see another animated feature-length story centering around the character.
Why can't they
but
make
it won't have Wonder Woman in the title, which I don't understand why it won't have Wonder Woman in the title. But
I don't understand why they can't make
a live action
Wonder Woman.
It's
movie.
Because no woman can actually move around in the outfit that Wonder Woman wears.
Probably why.
And actually,
and this is hilarious because this is such a misleading title. But I mean, if they're making an animated one. Okay.
No.
There have already been those.
That's not gonna make them a lot of. They just.
Yeah.
I think they would make so much money if they made a Wonder Woman movie.
It's like, we'll use the Justice League as an umbrella to focus on characters who might not be able to support DVDs of their own. Wait, what? That's not my judgment. That's based on sales. Okay. Let's just put that down.
Whoa. Let's go to the next piece of news before someone gets hurt.
So there's been some moving around with some movies. Not like really significant ones, but...
Moving around to the release dates.
Gotcha. So Jack Ryan's Shadow Recruit, the one Chris Pine one.
Oh, the Chris Pine action movie?
Yeah, it's been moving to 2014. But then some of them, like The Wolf on Wall Street... with Leonardo DiCaprio, Martin Scorsese film is being moving from November date to Christmas. I know that the American Hustle one is now coming out nationwide on December 18th instead of Christmas. And The Monuments Men, which was supposed to be an Oscar runner this year, is being pushed back to February 2014. So that's
going to hurt their...
And Foxcatcher, too. And then I think, it's just a very interesting thing that they're going to change.
I know that this happened a couple weeks back, but I know that Maze Runner got put off. It was supposed to come out like pretty soon in a couple months, but it got pushed back.
The Dylan O'Brien movie?
Yeah, it got pushed back to next year, September of next year.
Because they won't have any time, especially in early months with Divergent coming out.
Yeah. I think also just Maze Runner, I feel like it's going to be another thing, kind of like Hunger Games, kind of like... that kind of thing, that it'll have like a trilogy. Well, it is a trilogy. Is it no, there might be more than 3. Are there 4? No, there's 3. A trilogy of books that are made into movies that are like kind of dystopian.
Mm-hmm.
So they're trying to plan it well.
Yeah.
To get off.
Another movie. Guess how many girls are in this movie?
2.
1.
God damn it.
That's the point of the movie, is that they're all boys and then a girl comes and they're like, why is she here?
Girl, Okay.
So next one.
The new Wes Anderson.
We have the new Wes Anderson film.
Did you guys watch that trailer?
I've seen the trailer like 3 times. I love it. I'm really excited for this film. I like, Wes Anderson. I really loved Moonrise Kingdom.
Moonrise Kingdom was so good.
It's so good, and I just it's really interesting. Have you noticed that it's like the trailer is in 4:3
I saw
aspect,
that.
which is really interesting.
Do you think the movie will be in 4:3?
It might be.
I could totally see Wes Anderson doing that.
So,
what do you mean it's in 4:3?
See how it's like?
Oh yeah. So it's in like almost like full
listeners
screen.
who don't know what 4:3 means. It means it's like the old YouTube style before it went widescreen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's almost like full screen.
Yeah, it's like full screen. It's full screen. That's what it is.
So the film centers on the relationship between M. Gustave, Ralph Fiennes, and a concierge at the Grand Buddhist between the 2 world wars, and Zero Mustafa, Tony Revolori, who's a new guy, a lobby boy. And apparently, I think a person died, like Tilda Swinton's character dies, and they're trying to figure out...
Spoiler.
Well, it has it in the thing.
Wow, there are a lot of good people in the... Adrian Brody, Harvey Keitel,
Saoirse Ronan,
Owen Wilson.
and
Bill
Murray. Classic Anderson picks.
Yeah, classic Anderson picks. He almost forgot Alec
Did
Baldwin.
he do
He almost forgot
Darjeeling?
Alec Baldwin. Oh my god.
Wait, did Wes Anderson do Darjeeling?
Yeah.
He did Darjeeling. Okay, that's fine.
And also, Rushmore. What's the other one?
The
Royal Tenenbaums.
Yeah.
Those are
and Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Fantastic Mr. Fox. Yeah. Did you all see the SNL parody?
I didn't see it yet. I saw like the clips on it, but I haven't seen it actually.
That's cool.
And
This is okay. Wait, is this Tony Revolori, the new guy? Is he Indian?
I think he is. Or,
That's cool.
Yeah, he's a new kid, which is really interesting that they're.
He looks Indian.
Wes Anderson doesn't always have the greatest diversity in his films.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool. Not a lot of women in this movie, but
Yeah, just.
we'll see. I'll see it. I'm definitely.
You can
gonna
hear
see
my
it.
neighbors.
Yeah.
They
Those
just-
are Abby's neighbors. Spoiler alert, we're not in Mud today because Mud was closed, even though they said it would be open.
Yeah.
Listeners, I don't know if you tried to go into Mud today, but I did.
Wait, he might
I
be
was not
actually
pleased.
Hispanic, which would be very.
He's in Shameless? Who is he in Shameless?
Yeah,
He's
he might
Hispanic.
be.
Isn't he playing an
he's
Indian
my-
character? now?
Yeah, I think he's either playing an Indian character or he's just Latino and they just kind of made it ambiguous.
Wait, is he in the American Shameless or the British? He's in the
American.
Sanchez. I don't know who that is.
Well, that's exciting for him.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Breakout role in a Wes Anderson film.
That's
Yeah,
what I would
word.
like.
That's what I would like. Shout out to
That-
Wes Anderson.
God damn it, Anna. So many shout
I'm doing
outs.
it, I'm doing it ironically.
So for the last one, we have Marcia Wallace, who was the actress from an actress from The Simpsons and the Bob Newhart Show. She has passed away at the age of 70. She had a long, a long
Career?
disease.
Oh.
She's been a breast cancer survivor for 28 years and has. So I think there's been a bit of complications. I think they've said, and she was the Sorry, I'm trying to find this out. Okay, she was Miss Crabapple. I think that's the name in The Simpsons.
Yeah, Bart's teacher.
Bart's teacher.
Okay.
So yeah, and then she was on the Bob Newhart Show, and had a very good and prolonging, mostly TV career.
Yeah. She was in a couple movies, but mostly did TV stuff.
Yeah. So
Well, rest in peace.
anyway,
Marcia.
we got.
Is it Marcia or Marcia?
I think it's Marcia.
Are we going to do trailers next, or are we going to do box office?
I want to remind our listeners to check out all those links to our news.
Yeah,
in the YouTube description.
Yeah.
Where Maya puts
I put them there.
Maya works
I work
tirelessly.
so hard on that. 3 hours every day with lots of breaks.
to put those links in there for you guys, so
Check it out.
better appreciate. Bitches better recognize.
So we want to switch over to box office and coming soon.
Box
With
office
Abby.
coming soon with Abby.
With Spooky Abby.
Spooky Abby. I'm spooky. All right, so for box office, we're going to start off with. So, for box office, I'm not exactly happy about it this week because Jackass Presents Bad Grandpa.
Also, Brad's grandpa.
Bad Grandpa is top of the box office this weekend with a weekend gross of $32 million fucking dollars. God damn, stop going to these stupid ass movies.
So what is Jackass? It's that they do rude things in public and they film people's reactions.
Yes.
Almost, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes a funny ass TV show. Stop making movies.
Because
Yeah.
like Johnny
Please.
Knoxville, he dresses up as this old guy, and then he's with this young, and it's more
Oh, I
like
thought it was a real old
It's almost
guy.
like a
No.
scripted. It's like a scripted almost like thing, which is different than with Jackass. They're like
Yeah.
basically not really scripted.
Yeah, it's like the
You should
grandpa.
not get this much money for just being rude in public.
Yeah, it's like the grandpa and the
like
kid are like
Borat and
scripted.
Bruno and stuff like that.
Yeah, the
Just-
grandpa and the kid are scripted, and then they do their stuff in public, and then people are like, "Oh, ew, I'm going to take that child away from you. You're so
Social faux
horrible."
pas.
Exactly. Oh, please give me a break. But anyway, so that means guess who got knocked out of number one? Gravity.
Oh, I want to see it in 3D. That's what I went to see this break. I saw it in 3D.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna wait for you. I didn't know we were gonna
I'm
see
sorry.
together.
The cheer scene, that was good.
Okay.
Although
I will go see
someone argued with me that if you really cried in space, it would just pull up by your face and not
That's
cinematically.
true. Yes.
Well, that someone should just get over it.
Okay, anyway, so Gravity got bumped down to number 2, which is still freaking fantastic for week number 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so this weekend gross was 20,300,000, but with a total gross of almost 200 million, with 199,814,000.
Yeah, I might cross it
Making
either
back.
tonight or tomorrow.
Yeah.
Making back all that on location.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it every time.
space.
I'm gonna say it every time, you guys.
It's real, guys.
That joke is never going away.
So bumped down to number 3 is Captain Phillips with 11,800,000 this week. It's in its 3rd week. Then 4th is The Counselor, which just came out this week with 8 million.
Now, who's in that movie?
There's a bunch of people in that movie.
Cameron Diaz, Penelope Cruz, Brad Pitt, Michael Fassbender, Javier Bardem.
Okay.
All right. Apparently, she knows everyone in that movie.
I see it all the time, and I don't know what this movie's about. So
is it about some kind of therapy?
It's not
session?
like it's mixed reviews. Okay. So I think it's about something like it's some kind of.
How is Cloudy with a Oh, I'm sorry to spoil what's coming up next.
Number 5. It was still Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2.
Stop seeing this movie. What is happening?
With 6,100,000, with a total gross of 100,611,000. So it's still pretty up there. I'm also just gonna mention number 6 this week because we're gonna actually review it later. And it's the Carrie remake, the 2013 Carrie. No, it's the original Carrie. That'd be funny. The 2013 Carrie with 5,900,000. It's in its second week. It started out last week at number 3, I think is what we looked. Yeah, number 3.
With like 18 million? I don't know.
Yeah, and it dropped to 6, which is actually kind of a big drop but it also is just a horror movie, so it's not, I feel like it's more likely to drop more than like most other things.
That's true. But I also think like a lot of the horror movies recently, especially if they are advertised right, they stay up there for a pretty long time. Because you remember The Purge was up there for like 2 or 3 weeks up in the top 5.
So that's kind of a blow to Carrie.
Yeah, because people didn't want to come back, so that's like that's a big thing.
I saw it in the 70s.
I saw the original
back in my day.
Okay, so this guy
was it the 70s?
I will tell you, this
80s.
guy walked in when we walked out of the movie theater. This guy was like, if you knew anything about the old 70s version, you would not go and see this movie. Like he was so snarky. I was like, are you kidding me right now?
Gotta respect your elders, Maya.
I was just like, boy, shush.
All right, moving into our not moving into our next segment.
So that coming soon.
Yeah, so that was the weekend box office. This week we actually have the real box office because spoiler, we are recording slightly later than usual.
Yeah, because of mud.
Because mud be closed.
We're actually doing this at 11 p.m. Like
that's not
We're
true.
doing this at 5 a.m.
Monday. It's coming out in 1 hour.
Nobody knows what the real time is.
We're like ghosts. So yeah, that was the box office for this week. So coming out this coming week, we have where is it? Nope, that's not it. Oh, there it is. Okay, so the biggest one coming out this week, I would have to say, is probably Ender's Game. Famous, based on books, yeah?
Yeah, based on the book.
Oh, there's more than one book.
There's more than one book?
Yeah.
By Orson Scott Card? Question mark? Orson Scott Card.
More Neighbors.
More Neighbors. And that's coming to the Apollo?
Yeah.
That's coming to the Apollo. So listeners, if you want to see that, be on your toes because it's coming to you.
Is it coming out this coming week to the Apollo? Okay, cool. So I mean, it's gonna actually premiere at the Apollo.
Yeah.
Cool. Another movie coming out this week is Las Vegas. I personally want to see this movie.
I kind of want to see this movie.
Yeah, we'll see it.
This movie
That's
is
coming to the Apollo.
No.
I don't know.
This movie is about 360-something friends that take a break from their day-to-day lives and throw a bachelor party in Las Vegas.
Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, it's Michael Douglas, Robert De Niro, Morgan Freeman, and Kevin Klein.
Calvin Klein? Yeah,
Kevin Klein. Which
model.
Which I'm like so excited about this cast. Like you don't understand.
I wonder who's the.
I mean, it basically looks like The Hangover for old people to me, but I'll see it.
That's why I want to see it.
Okay. Like I think is it who's it? Michael Douglas is getting married in this movie, right?
Yes.
I want to see
who's his wife because his wife is like 30 in this movie.
Yeah, I want to see the movie about
Mary
like
Steenburgen.
I want to see the movie about
that's not
old
her.
ladies going crazy.
They probably don't show her for like a long time.
Like when are they gonna make the old version of Bridesmaids? The old lady version of Bridesmaids, and it'll have like Meryl Streep and
Brie Blair. Is this her?
Awesome. Maybe.
Meryl Streep and like I don't know, Judi Dench. I can't.
Yes, that would be sweet.
Yeah.
We should.
Wait, didn't they make that for like the Marigold Hotel?
Marigold
Best exotic Marigold.
Best exotic Marigold Hotel. My
that was
parents
not a
loved
great
that movie.
My mom was. Okay, never mind.
Okay, anyway,
about that later.
More things coming out. The other big one coming out is Freebirds, which is this. It kind of looks like Chicken Run.
Oh, it's a children's movie?
It's a children's animated movie. It looks a little bit like claymation, but I'm pretty sure it's just
Owen
3D
Wilson.
animation.
It's just about turkey.
It's about turkeys.
They're going back in time because they don't want to be the dinner.
It is.
Dinner.
That does sound
There's
like Chicken
time
Run.
travel in this movie?
Yeah, there's time
I thought
travel.
it was just about two
they go
turkeys
back
that
to
randomly ran away.
They go back to the first Thanksgiving in order to change.
Jeez.
was called.
Why are kids' movies so like weird and cerebral these days? There's like always like some kind of weird shit going on, like with the weird thing and Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Like back in my day, it used to be simple.
I thought this was basically a remake of Chicken Run. I guess I was wrong. But yeah, voices done by Owen Wilson, Woody Harrelson, Amy Poehler, George Takei. What? Keith
Can you
David.
do a George Takei voice?
No.
Happy Halloween from George Takei. I can't do it.
That sounded exactly like
pretty good attempt. I like that.
Yeah, it was nice. He's pretty awesome. Shout out to Sulu. Anyway, and then the other main thing coming out is that 12 Years a Slave
should be coming
wide release this week.
It's wide release, and then I think it's going to be more and more as people get into it.
It's actually one of the few movies that's slowly moving up in the box office.
Yeah.
Everyone's been excited about it for months now because it was released at those film festivals.
Yeah.
The Toronto Film Festival.
It came out 2 weeks ago in
New York?
No,
New York and LA.
Yeah, New York, LA, and maybe Chicago, or was that just this week?
I think Chicago was last week. I think it came out.
And then so this coming week you should be able to see it in big cities, probably some smaller cities too, and then it should be growing and growing, which looks really awesome. So cool. I think that's it for box office and coming soon.
All right.
Moving into our next news segment that's sticking around,
and it's also spooky.
So
I want to remind the listeners that these links to the trailers are in the YouTube description, and you can watch along with us.
Yes.
Let's count down before we hit play, so listeners know.
So we're going to be talking about The Awkward Moment. This is the Red Band trailer, starring Zac Efron, Miles Teller of Spectacular Now, and Michael B. Jordan. So enjoy.
Wait, what is the name of this?
All right, we're going to press play.
That Awkward Moment.
That Awkward Moment.
The Awkward Moment trailer. Pressing play. Listeners, are you ready? Ready yourselves. I'm giving you a moment right now as I babble for you to ready your mouse. Okay, here we go. 3. Oh no, Maya messed something up.
No. Okay, ready?
Okay, yeah. 3, 2, 1. Oh, too late. She pressed it. It's fine. Whatever. No worries.
Zac Efron.
Are you serious? This is a den of testosterone. You can't find a girl to a place like this.
Wait. Oh my God, his voice is so low.
He's sitting here being like, I have to fart, but maybe I can't right now. She better have my open the door. I don't care. Get wasted.
He looks so much older than in the Spectacular Now.
No, I need it.
Also Zac Efron, looking good as always.
Yeah, he's even in High School Musical.
We're going out.
Do you love Michael B. Jordan?
If you're single,
Oh,
stand single with you, man.
bro bonding.
Like every other movie ever made.
Yeah, word.
You got 4 hours to drink like
A boner
kids,
pill?
still got hard.
Moments of regret. Wait. Why is he lying on a toilet? What? No!
They took Viagra and now they have to pee.
Why would they take Viagra? They're young, attractive, healthy men.
So they can have a really, really long erection? Zac Efron, you were looking fine.
He really is, like, with the scruff.
Oh, hello. People should be watching along with this.
You're not supposed to see him more than twice in 1 week. You're seeing this chick twice in 1 day. That's some girlfriend shit.
Oh, woman talk.
Oh,
Is he wearing a bandana around
I
his
hope
head?
so.
I hope not. Ooh,
It looks like they're all dating people.
getting it on.
Fuck. The fuck? What the fuck? Hey,
Who's Michael B. Jordan dating?
No one, he's single. They already made that.
Oh, they made a pact.
relationship? I've been trying to pretend that things happen.
Oh, just got serious with that music.
Hug me with no pants on. You're right. Respect. I love the way she laughs. I love the way we fit together in bed because we're the same height.
He's kind of breaking out as a star right now.
Yeah.
That's my favorite line.
Wait, I'm sorry, I missed it.
The heights match up, so their genitals go closer together.
Zac Efron wearing that suit.
Oh.
Where's she at right now?
I think she's uptown at some dress-up party.
Well, then you are going to be the guy who dresses up.
What? What the fuck? Oh
What the fuck?
It's a different kind of dress-up party.
What are you wearing?
Rock out with,
My-
a real cock.
Clearly.
Rock out with
Clearly.
your cock out. I get it.
Thanks, Anna.
I just wanted to reiterate.
Is it happening?
God Just take off the cock.
There's a cocktail.
Oh, that's why he has the bandana.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Well, that looks spectacular.
Yeah, that looks pretty good.
It looks like a dick flick.
It is a dick flick.
It is a dick
but
flick.
you know, we've
I'm
been
excited for
raised to accept dick flicks. In
I'm a big fan of dick flicks in my life.
Of course we are.
If this is gonna be romantic, not like they're gonna be bromancing, but they're also gonna get romantic with all these ladies. So I'm up for it. I'm up for 3 men, attractive men, to get it on.
If guys are allowed to ogle the ladies, I feel like I have the right to ogle the men.
I bet if we go and see this film, it's gonna be all girls in the film, like in the thing. No, like guys. There'll be some dudes like with their girlfriend. They're not gonna be like, let's man it out. And go.
Also, can we talk about the fact that people like give Zac Efron a lot of shit because of High School Musical, and they're like, oh, that's all he does. Have you ever seen anything else he's been in? He's actually a good actor.
Again?
No, not 17 again.
I haven't seen like any of the other like dramatic films.
He was
Charlie
in
St. Cloud and
Charlie St. Cloud. He was in The Paperboy, which was fantastic. He was in The Lucky One, which was like but he did a good job in it.
17 again.
But he's a good actor. I gotta give him props. I gotta give Zac Efron props.
I like 17.
Shout out to Zac Efron. I give you props.
Also, shout out to Matthew Perry. Shout for 17 again.
No. I was like, why?
Just, he's probably listening. Thought he might like a shout out.
Anyway,
all right.
The next one is the long anticipated Captain America 2 Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier, filmed partly in Cleveland.
Yep.
Only 30 minutes away from us.
Yeah. And everyone's been waiting for this. I see Tumblr every day. It's like teaser trailer, and they've been like doing GIFs of the teaser trailer, and I'm like, okay, you guys, let's just find out.
And here we go. Wait, we gotta get, listeners, set up your thing and watch it with us. There's a link in the description. And here we go. Maya's gonna listen for my countdown this time. So we're actually gonna be lined up. All right, you ready? Mm-hmm. 3, 2, 1, play.
Yeah, she got it right this time.
Yeah,
yep, I did. Look at this. I'm so fancy.
Spooky. Oh.
All right, flying through the air.
This is like
whoa, she straightened her hair.
It's gonna bring up dead people all the time during this movie.
All of my friends are dead, you guys.
This reminds me of the first part of Iron Man 2.
Yeah, you're right.
Too busy.
Because he just jumps out.
Too busy jumping out of planes.
No.
Please, parachutes.
Like how
Don't be ridiculous.
Captain America dives to the earth.
No parachute.
Join SHIELD to protect people.
All right. Let's see if we recognize any Cleveland imagery.
Build a better world. Sometimes
That's Cleveland.
That's Cleveland right there.
that makes enemies.
Who this guy?
Uh-oh. Some shit gets here. Oh.
What? Who that guy?
Uh-oh.
But the world is seen.
Who that guy?
Look out the window.
Okay,
his
there's
new
Samuel.
Disorder. War.
I think that's Cleveland.
That was Cleveland.
That was
That's
Cleveland.
Yeah.
Shout out to Cleveland.
We're gonna neutralize a lot of threats before they even happen.
Oh man.
It looks just like an action
Hey.
movie.
Okay. I think that was Cleveland too.
As it is, not as we'd like it to be. This is
So does this have a lot of shield in it?
I think it's
I
a
don't
lot.
know.
It's very shield oriented. I think
Is it
it's
gonna
like,
coincide with Joss Whedon's new TV show, S.H.I.E.L.D.?
no.
before we get started. Does anyone want to get out?
Oh no!
Oh shit.
I think they all would have liked to get out.
This isn't coming out till April?
Yeah.
Damn.
That's not that far
I
away.
know, but
That
What's
guy
her name?
reminds me of somebody.
oh my god, why can I not remember her name?
Scarlett Johansson?
Scarlett Johansson, thank you.
Oh
Uh-oh.
shit! Oh my god! He just,
Oh, he
like,
just
did not
moved out
even
of the way.
care, like really slowly.
That was a weird face.
Who is that dude?
I think Anthony Mackie's the Falcon.
Oh, he's the Wait, I thought this was about his friend, not Rhodey? That's from Iron Man. What's the name of Captain America's friend?
He has no friends, they're
In
all
the
dead.
first one, Bucky. I thought this was about Bucky Barnes.
Maybe he has a part in that.
I thought Bucky Barnes was the Winter Soldier, but he wasn't in that trailer at all.
Well, maybe you just spoiled
Maybe
everyone.
that's him.
Oh, that
The
might
him
be
with the long hair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe
I
he's-
just spoiled
he's
it.
like the
but
evil
I think that's in
one.
the comics.
Yeah.
Like people, I think
I think
people know that.
I still don't really know. I think it's supposed to be, like, my friend told me it's like all about like conspiracy within the government and something like government things. So it looks interesting. It looks pretty serious. It's not like as like fluffy as the first one was, but I enjoyed the first one.
The first first one's good. I didn't like it as much.
With a lot of butts.
A lot of butts.
A lot of butts and a lot of chest pecs and a lot of like hovering.
A lot of squeezing of man boobs.
Squeezing of the man boobs.
The in-shape man boobs.
The in-shape man boobs, not just regular man boobs.
Yeah, the pecs.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right, shall we move on to our next segment of C-Weight Skip?
Oh, yeah?
C-Weight Skip.
C-Weight Skip.
Oh, I know you were going up.
Okay, we got it.
Try it again.
Okay, I want to do low and you're going to do high?
Oh, I'm going to do... okay.
You want to do low or do...
We're going to harmonize?
Oh, yeah, we're going to harmonize.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, I got this with you, okay.
C-Weight Skip.
And our next project will be a cappella group. Chicks Dig Flicks. Acapella. Come on out.
Chicks Hits.
Chicks Dig Hits.
Chicks Dig Hits. Yeah. It's not
Mark it in your calendars. There will be a concert soon.
Coming soon.
All right, so...
Okay, so C-Weight Skip. For this week, we all saw Carrie, the 2013 remake, not the 70s version. Maya suggested we watch the old one as well, but then none of us none of us did it.
Anna and I really planned to.
Yeah, we were really going to do it.
I was really going to do it too,
and then we didn't.
We ran out of time.
And we ran out of time. I canceled. It was fine. But, so...
Anna canceled on me. That was really what it was.
Important things were happening in my life. Okay.
I also fell asleep, but whatever.
I'm going to read you guys the IMDb synopsis of Carrie. So... A reimagining of the classic horror tale about Carrie White, a shy girl outcast by her peers and sheltered by her deeply religious mother, who unleashes telekinetic terror on her small town after being pushed too far at her senior prom.
By the way, deeply religious mother, like...
Understatement.
Like, biggest understatement.
So, yeah, I mean, that pretty much sums it up. There's not really a whole lot else that happens, actually, that really sums it up. A girl with telekinesis gets picked on because her mother's so weird, so she's kind of weird too, and then she crazily kills all of them. Spoiler alert.
So,
but you should have seen the 70s. You should have seen the 70s version or read the Stephen King novel, like none of us did.
Yeah. Also, when going into this, I thought this was like complete horror, and I felt like it wasn't as much a horror movie as it was like
it was just creepy.
It was just like a weird, like creepy, almost psychological thriller kind of thing.
I wasn't even that thrilled.
I wasn't thrilled either.
But I wouldn't call it like an out and out like horror slasher.
It was not a horror movie. I was not scared one bit. Like
I was never like afraid.
Because all the parts that were happening, it was mostly just. Oh, that's creepy. Oh, she's doing a creepy thing.
I'm like, sometimes I'm like, that's kind of gross.
That's gross, but it's not like horror, like, oh shit, I feel like scared.
Yeah. Was not on the edge of my seat, really.
I think that's why my sister went with me, because she knew she wasn't going to be scared. I don't think it brought anything. I mean, I've never seen the old Carrie, but like what I've like heard of it and read of it, it doesn't bring anything new to the table. It just seems like basically besides YouTube and besides like some technology things, it's just the same movie that happens again. Yeah. And I just felt like they should have updated it for like a 2013 version, and especially with like the way bullying happens now. That's like so national.
That seemed very...
Why was it like weirdly done? Like where it's just like this girl who hates Carrie for no reason at all because she was the biggest asshole, and then it's like let's get revenge on her, which like I was just like,
can we talk about the bitch girl who ends up being like a fucking psychopath?
Yeah.
Guts a pig? Like, that was the grossest part when she was just like, yes, and just stabs a pig, and I'm like, whoa.
I'm gonna put a spoiler alert, I guess, on this, but I don't think anyone really cares about.
Yeah, I don't think you don't. I mean, well, we will talk about it later, but I just thought it didn't bring anything to the table. I mean, the first part, I was like, okay, this might get better, and then it didn't get better, and then the kind of the scene where she sets people on fire was actually pretty fun. I actually really enjoyed that part. But then after when she but then it just didn't make sense, and it constantly just kept going, and I'm like, so this one incident that happened where the pads and everything happened, that's one thing that that happens, and then all of a sudden that sets off everything. Like I was just really like, if she was bullied to the point where she didn't like she had enough, there would have been constant happening of this bullying because she's just been bullied once and then it's done.
Yeah, for people who haven't seen it or seen the original Carrie, I don't know if that's the same bullying that went on in the original Carrie.
Yeah, it was the same original because they had the same.
Basically, what happens is Carrie gets her period and her mother never told her what her period was, so she freaks out. and like screams and thinks that she's dying, and in the locker room, and then
a bunch of
all the girls
throw,
laugh at her and throw tampons, like throw wet tampons at her and pads and stuff, and it's pretty gross.
And she grabs people with her hands,
with her bloody hands,
and just grabs.
Oh my
people,
god, that teacher needed to change her skirt. That girl grabbed her skirt, and I was like, can you please just change your clothes? You've been wearing that now for hours. Like,
and she smacks her. It was really great. She was just like, wow.
That actress was the friend in 13 Going on 30, I'm pretty sure.
She's always plays supporting characters. This is actually one of the roles that she plays pretty main, which I liked her. I mean, I liked some of the actors. I felt like
Chloe Grace
Moretz look a little bit young for all the seniors in that class, because everyone else looked really old, old.
I think she was supposed to look
young.
kind of repressed.
Yeah, but she didn't look like she belonged in the.
I think that was kind of the point.
Maybe it's the belong in the senior year, because I was like, wait, like she looked really young. I don't think she looked like scary, like. Yeah, like scary.
I mean, I think that was part of it. Whereas, like, she might be a senior, but she was kind of sheltered, so she like looks.
She's like repressed, like,
in
every way. There's a lot of weird sexual stuff going on.
And there was also some weird things. Okay, editing mostly with her hair. So sometimes it would be really like damp, then all of a sudden like it would be like crazy curly, and then all of a sudden it's just like gorgeously done. And I'm like, where did this happen in the middle of? Like, why is it so?
She just had time to pop over the hairdresser, pop over the salon,
and then it's like done, and then it comes back to all this curly. So I was like, okay, wait, we need to fix this, because if she's supposed to be like this sad, repressed girl, like why is her hair like beautifully gorgeous? And I think also like Chloe Grace Moretz is a little bit too pretty to be playing Carrie, because like the girl who played her, was it Sissy Spacek or something?
Yeah, Sissy Spacek.
She's like weird looking. I mean, she's gorgeous, but she's like
Chloe
weird looking. But Chloe's
looking.
like very good looking.
Like kind of almost like there's like she's like a little bit alternative good looking, but it's mostly like kind of like a classic
conventional.
So what do you say? See waiter, skip.
Skip. Just
Skip.
like I don't even like
Straight
maybe
up.
when it comes on TV like ABC Family, just randomly you watch it, but skip. It's not even it's not even
Wow,
worth.
Maya's first skip,
Yeah, it's
right?
my first skip. Not even worth your time to see. It's just nothing new. Like nothing new. I didn't feel anything.
Wow.
So.
All right.
Maya's
Well,
first skip.
I was actually surprised by, oh my god, the ginormous amount of religious symbolism throughout the entire film. It wasn't even like the outright stuff where like the mom gets like crucified or whatever, and like they talk about religion a lot, but it was just like little things, like she has this weird like virginal dress when she goes to prom, but then it gets drenched in blood and it turns red, and then she's like, she's sinned now and she's become evil, and it was like, oh, please give me a break. I went to Catholic school, I know.
I went to Catholic school, everyone.
Yeah, everyone should know that by now. But I don't know. I thought that Chloe Grace Moretz, whatever it is.
That was
I thought she did actually a pretty good job, and I thought, especially during the horror parts, that her beauty was actually kind of cool, because it was just like drenched in blood, and I thought she looked really good doing it. Julianne Moore, I apologize to you for what I'm about to say.
Shout out to Julianne.
But step up your game, woman. I did not think you did a very good job in this. No. You just played a crazy person, and it was like too over the top.
Yeah,
like,
I just thought she didn't give. They weren't giving her enough to do. Yeah, but she was just.
Well, that was kind of like with every actor. Like no one in this movie was. It wasn't a movie made for the actors to be able to act. Who's the girl who played Sue? Gabriella Wild. Gabriella Wild.
She was a model or something.
Yeah, I don't know who she is, but I thought she did a pretty good job. She was very pretty. I know she's English, so she had a good accent.
Ansel did a good job. The guy who played that one jock guy, who was who's going to be The Fault in Our Stars.
Oh,
yeah, he did do a good job.
I think he did a good job.
I didn't know
I believed him.
I didn't know that was Fault in Our Stars, dude. Cool.
So anyway, despite the fact that this, and I mean, for the horror genre, I wouldn't say it's the greatest, but like, I guess it would be considered the biggest Halloween blockbuster this year, kind of, like coming out around Halloween.
Yeah, that's like the only one.
Like that's like a horror movie. Yeah, I mean, are there other ones coming out?
No, all of them are coming out mostly like January, I think. Yeah, January.
So, like, I guess what I would say was for see, wait, skip for me. I would say if you're bored and you have a $6 theater and you and a couple of friends are like, I'm bored, it's near Halloween, let's go. That's fine. It's fun. You watch some people die. That's kind of cool. It's not the greatest movie, but I wouldn't say it's the worst movie ever either. Yeah. And then I would also say just like wait. I mean, if you're like literally like it's like a Halloween time movie. So like if you just want to like watch, you know, a random ass Halloween, like kind of scary, horror-y, kind of gory film with a bunch of friends, like get it. It's fun. But yeah, I wouldn't. Or if you want to do like a Stephen King thing.
So you're saying skip?
So I'm saying wait mostly, unless you have like some friends and some $6 to blow and you want to see something Halloween.
I
wouldn't say completely skip it though, because I mean I'm not gonna say it's the best movie, but I also kind of like kind of bad horror movies, so like I enjoyed it just because I like that kind of movie. So.
I mean, like I saw it for like $12 at in Chicago, like, well, maybe more than that, $13. So as a skip, and I mean, I didn't hate it, like I wasn't enraged by it, because I'm enraged when I see like movies that I hate, but this one was just like nothing new. It's just like a movie, like
yeah. And we saw it at the Apollo for like $6.
So,
yeah, we got a discount.
So you saw it less than what I had to spend.
Half as much.
As much as what I had to spend on it, and it just. Yeah.
I'm gonna jump in with my review here. I'm gonna be kind of quick because we're getting low on time and also low on my computer battery. But I mean, it's fine. It should last. But I don't really have anything else to add except I pretty much agree with what Maya and Abby have said. We were just talking about how the first 2 acts were kind of like meh, and then the third act was kind of like what is happening?
The first two acts of the movie were basically rom-com that's a little bit creepy because she has a weird-ass mother.
Right. Just kind of
and it wasn't horror at all. And she also has telekinetic powers. And then the third act, you're just like, what the fuck?
And I would agree that I didn't think Julianne Moore's performance was, like, really impressive. I also didn't really think Chloe's performance was that impressive either. Like, none of the performances were, like very standout.
There's just so many close-ups. And, and you're just like, I don't want to see that many close-ups of Chloe Moretz's face, like, all the time when she's, like, huffing into the camera. Like, back it up a little bit.
And like Abby said, the parts weren't written to like show off the actors, and I don't know. The dialogue wasn't great, blah blah blah. It was kind of interesting to watch though, just kind of fun to get that story because I've never heard that classic Carrie story before. Mm-hmm. So now I know like what that story is. So that's kind of cool. So I would also say skip. See it if you're a big fan of Carrie, I guess maybe, and you just really care about seeing the story, Stephen King, and like you just want to see the remakes. You can talk about how the original was so much better. Like you can
like
do
all
that.
Those hipsters do.
Like those hipsters. I know you're out there listening. See it if you again like Abby said have $6 to spare. Maybe you and your friends want to go make fun of a bad movie on Halloween. It was kind of fun. Abby and I had fun watching it together. I think so. Mm-hmm. I'd say it's
a good movie to see with other people.
Otherwise, skip. Maybe wait for it to come on Netflix. Watch it with other people. Create a drinking game. Otherwise,
for how many times the blood changes.
The
continuity editing on this was like not good.
Chloe Moretz like her lip goes up
and she growls into the camera and moves her hands to make things move.
So I'm gonna say skip / wait.
Cool.
All right.
We don't have a ton of time.
We don't have a ton of time, but I do want to go into our. I can maybe edit. I can edit this a little, maybe, even though we don't usually edit.
We'll edit a little bit of our news or something.
Yeah.
So we're going to go into some quick discussion about
some spooky discussion.
Thank you. About Halloween and horror films because Halloween is Thursday.
Yeah.
Which I'm excited. You guys have...
Everyone got your costumes ready?
I do.
I'm going to be Mia Wallace from Pulp Fiction. Nice. So I'll be doing the twist on the SCO if you see me with my black wig and my shirt. So
I'm going to be Blake from Ruby. Which is
nice.
Which is an online it's an anime made by Rooster Teeth. Shout out to Monty Ohm for making that and making my Halloween costume possible.
I think we've had the most shout outs in this one.
Well, it's because I said that and then I started doing it ironically and now I can't stop. I don't have a costume like a lame-o. I mean, I'm currently sporting, for your information, listeners, my Harry Potter Halloween costume because we had our Harry Potter Halloween party at the public library this morning.
I'm wearing mine too.
I might just wear this because this is the only costume I have.
Nice.
I went to Snape.
So, went to Snape. Or maybe this is Ellen. Remember that turtle joke from the party. So
remember to turn off the oven.
So, what are your guys' favorite Halloween movies or movies that you watched as a kid that liked when Halloween was around? Because there was that 13 Days of Halloween on ABC Family.
Yes!
That would come up.
Hocus Pocus, man, classic.
I've never seen Hocus Pocus.
I've only seen parts of it.
I've never seen it. Everyone talks about it. My sister was like, I don't know what's a big deal. Like, she's like, I don't care. I mean, the only one that I remember watching specifically was like Casper, but Casper with Wendy.
Casper.
Like Casper and Wendy together, Hilary Duff when she was like 8 or 9.
Oh my god, I didn't know that was Hilary Duff.
Best. That's the only one.
Halloween Town and all of its various sequels.
Town. I just love the idea of Halloween Town.
Halloween Town was great, and the movie was just great.
Such a great concept.
It's just great, and I like have memories of it. And I'm like, damn, that movie is still just great.
I like Twitches too because Twitches was a good one.
What was the one about like the magic camp where, or like they went to? It was a Disney Channel original, and like they went to learn how to be like magicians.
Are you
and,
talking
like,
about Now You See It?
No, that's the Jesse Eisenberg movie.
Jesse
right?
Eisenberg isn't in that.
Oh, that was a new Now You See Me. Is the Jesse?
No, Now You See It is about a bunch of kids that are like in a competition.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Dude, have that on DVD, please.
That's a good movie.
It's such a great movie.
There was this really awful movie that my mom got from Blockbuster by this guy, like this 16-year-old kid who wrote it, and it's like this film called Spooky House.
Spooky.
And it is like the stupidest film ever, but I was like so in love with it when I was young because I was like, wow, a 16-year-old made this film, or he was younger than I think. It was like, wow, he's so young and he made this film, but it's god awful. But it's about like going into a spooky haunted house when these like kids are like, 10 years old, and so I was like I enjoyed that when I was 10 or 11.
We sometimes watch The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown in my house.
Yeah.
If it's on. Yeah. Not as much as we watch like the Christmas Charlie Brown.
Yeah,
but
I'm always a big fan of everything that is a bad horror slasher fic that's just made poorly and also has
you just said horror slasher fic.
Did I really? Horror slasher
fic.
horror slasher movie that's just like poorly made and has like one B-list actor and everyone else that you've never heard of, and like it's just like a shout out to Grizzly Rage because that movie is fantastic. Tyler Hoechlin. So he's the B-list actor.
Of Teen Wolf fame.
Yeah. And then 4 other people you don't know. They're like, finish college, gonna go on a road trip before we all have to start our jobs. And while they're on this road trip, they accidentally hit and kill a baby bear. And the rest of the movie is about the mama grizzly coming after them.
Oh my god.
Fan-fucking-tastic.
You know what's weird? Like, Halloween films, or like just horror films, it's weird like sometimes they like, not only for Halloween, but it's like almost the rest of the year, like November in general, because like I'm thinking of like Nightmare Before Christmas, or did Nightmare Before Christmas have like a Halloween version, or is that just Nightmare Before Christmas?
I think it is just kind of a
movie. Yeah, but it's like Halloween and Christmas.
It's like Halloween, Christmas, and then I was thinking of like Corpse Bride or Coraline. I always associate with like Christmas, January time because it came out around that time. Yeah, and that one's spooky as hell. Like it's really creepy. I don't know like
that
why
book
they
scared the pants off me when I was younger.
It's pretty
interesting that they kind of like combine Christmas and Halloween in a lot of those films. You're right. Yeah. Is that just Tim Burton doing that?
I don't know if it's just Tim Burton or the way that it's like lights or the way that they use snow. I think
it's just the fact that it's spooky mixed with like fantastical, and fantastical is more like Christmas kind of like. Yeah, and like he uses a lot of snow in his movies. Yeah. Like, it's always
shout out to Harry Potter because they always play goddamn Harry Potter every single month for any single thing.
Just because they happen to have one Halloween scene.
Is it Halloween?
And
Christmas. Harry Potter. Thanksgiving, Harry Potter. Christmas, Harry Potter.
All of the seasons are in Harry Potter, you guys.
Oh my god!
They go to school all year round.
Oh, that's what they do. I thought it was just about
Here to explain about Harry Potter is Anna Menta.
But I like, I always liked animated films. I know there's like Monster House, which was those 3 kids. So that one was like actually legitimately funny, and that one got nominated for an Oscar, which is really weird. Like,
is Monster House the one with the gay guy?
No, that's what is it?
Is that Frankenweenie?
No, it's not Frankenweenie. Paranorman.
I always mix those two up.
That one's pretty spooky. Okay, there's a part in there where this little girl is just like shaking it up shit. And I was like, no, like we gotta back this up. This is pretty scary. But Monster House with those 3 kids, they went into that house that this old man lives in. And it's like really, it's a very interesting made movie.
What's the movie where they go into the human body?
Is that the episode of Magic School Bus where they fly into the human body?
No, that one's funny. They fly into Arnold and she didn't know. And they go down and they open up. I have such a problem with that episode because it's nasty.
They go into the lower intestine, or the
and they take off their helmets and then the lower intestine.
There's like what do you call it? Like feces floating around.
Yeah, it's like on the ground and they're stepping in it and then like jumping around, and then one girl almost went into his freaking anus. Like
a weird episode episode, and then you're like, when you watch it again when you're older, you're like, this is kind of rapey.
It's so weird, and he doesn't know.
But no, it's like they go into the human body and they're like they're in the mouth and they like see the hangy thing and they're like, what's that?
No, that's Monster House. They don't go in. He thought it was like, he was like, what is that? And she was like pointing it out, and they like try to yank it, and they throw up. I think everyone.
Yeah,
I think
word.
That's
No, that's what
House.
that. Okay, I think I saw that.
What is it? I was going to talk about.
Have you guys seen Oh, go ahead.
Final Destination. Have you guys seen?
I've seen some of those. I know about
marathon those. They're great.
They're pretty great. I mean, I saw the third one with all my friends, and it's like one of those.
Is that the roller coaster one?
The roller coaster one, and that scared the bejesus. I like never went to the gym because I was scared of like weights, and I was scared of going to Home Depot because and my friend, we went to Cedar Point, and she was so scared of going on a roller coaster. I was like, look, this was at a carnival. We're at a legit place, and she goes, oh, thanks, Maya. Oh wait, shout out to Audrey.
Well, I wanted to ask you guys like what some of the like classic horror film tropes are that you've noticed, or like what
white women, black guy dies first.
Black guy dies first.
Well, we're done.
either one dude survives or one dude and one girl. You never get like everyone surviving.
Right.
You always just get like the one white person. Or sometimes if they're like brother and sister, they'll both survive. Yeah. Or like boyfriend and girlfriend.
Or they'll all die. Sometimes like, I know in the end of...
Shout out to Grizzly Rage, where you think two of them get out alive, and at the very end, the bear just goes, hump. It's great.
Like, was it Final Destination 3? I know they think that like all three of these people survive, and they like go on their separate ways, but they come back and they all die together. So...
I mean, if you want to watch a movie that like really maps out, I feel like the horror tropes, it's Cabin in the Woods.
Cabin in the Woods.
And kind of like we're always talking about Cabin in the Woods in our film classes and whatnot, but it's kind of like makes fun of these horror tropes, but also indulges
uses them.
It also like indulges in them. Yeah. And like they have like the 5 classic figures or whatever.
Yeah,
they've got the Joker,
the jock,
the virgin,
the whore,
and
oh no,
stoner.
Who's the black guy?
No, that's the Joker. Black guy is the academic or something. The scholar.
The scholar.
Yeah.
Or was Chris Hemsworth the scholar, or was he the jock?
He's the jock.
Oh,
and then,
but he was also a scholar, which didn't make any sense.
And that movie just kind of, I don't know, it like really highlights like you have sex and then you die.
Yeah.
Which is another horror trope.
Yeah.
Just like. Who dies?
You make out with a wolf on the wall and you die. Right. No, but like it did. It like made but it also like it does indulge in them, but it also like I love that movie because it had smart characters. So it's like, let's not read the creepy Latin that we just found, or like let's stay together, even though they don't end up. But like, I don't know. Cabin in the Woods is just like, if I can recommend any like horror movie to you, it's that movie. Like, it's incredible. It's incredibly made. Joss Whedon, incredible writer.
Yeah,
it's just incredibly made because it has it has like all these tropes. It indulges in them. But it also like it criticizes them. But also it's just written well in the 3 acts. But like they all go together so well, and like
it's like see a lot of the classic horror. What do you call them? Like villains?
Yeah.
Like at the end, like I didn't recognize a ton of them because I haven't seen that many horror films. But at the end, there's like a lot of shout outs.
Yeah.
to those horror villains.
Yeah, and it's an amazing movie. I love that movie.
One of my walking exams with Burke was
Burke Hilsebeck.
was we were talking about horror and comedy and how horror why does horror create like when they're still doing physical things and it creates fear, while like comedy is physical and it creates laughter, and like how you view like comedy, like are you better than the people in the horror film, or you're not better than the people and that's why it creates fear? Are you better than people in comedy, or you're not better than people, and how that like combines together in a horror comedy situation. And so I thought that was very, because I don't feel like when I was in the Cabin in the Woods, well, no, there's parts in there where I felt superior that I'm like, no, don't go there, of course, because you know what's happening while they don't know what's happening. They're being drugged. Yeah, so they're like, you don't know what's happening, but then there's other parts where I'm like, oh no, like we're together on this.
Plus, the visual effects in that movie are also fantastic.
Well, yeah, they're pretty good. They're okay.
I mean, they're supposed to
okay.
be fantastical. That's why I love them.
Yeah.
And for what they're supposed to be, I thought it was an amazing job.
Is there like old classic movies? Have you ever seen that? Like, okay,
Psycho.
I mean, Psycho. Okay.
Shout out to our intro.
Yeah. Okay. So Psycho. People said that Psycho's scary. I didn't think Psycho's scary.
Psycho is a psychological thriller versus like a slasher. Like
because even when they were like the big scenes, like like I was just like, oh well, okay. Like, and I was like, but then even like Silence of the Lambs, people were like, oh, that's really, really scary. But I don't find it scary.
I don't find that movie creepy. I found it so creepy.
But I didn't find it scary.
I was kind of scared.
The only part I found of that was like scary was like the very end when they're trying to catch the guy, and also when he randomly like tears off the face and like wears.
Speaking of horror movie tropes that I really don't like, but that even Cabin in the Woods indulges in, is kind of the trope of watching a woman suffer. I feel like there's something kind of like weirdly sexual, I feel like, about like watching a woman get tortured and suffer, like in Psycho, and she's like in the shower. It's a really sexual death scene. And in Cabin in the Woods,
and there's a lot of ones that do like, you know, rape scenes and stuff like that of women.
Really drawn out,
and it's not always like
woman.
actual rape, but it's just like she screams, and like just watching her like usually like clawing or like her face
struggle
and struggling, where it's like a man, it's usually just like
a quick death,
but for women it's like long, drawn out, painful, torturous. It's very like rape,
very sexualized.
I thought like, what is it, there's some tropes that, especially with now all the found footage horror films that come out, is you like, especially with Paranormal Activity, this is a big one, like it happens in every single of the films. There's something spooky happens. One person, like someone like, it's like, oh, did you see that? And they're like, no, you're crazy, you don't know what you're talking about, this is not scary. And then all of a sudden something else happens and they go, look at this, and they're like, how did you get that on footage? What are you doing? We need to stop now. But no one thinks about leaving the house. Like, I mean, all the other things are in factor, but like it's always one person trying to convince another person that something's happening.
I feel like that happens in Blair Witch for a little bit anyway, like because I don't feel like they're all like freaked out at the very beginning, but it happens a lot of found film where it's like, no dude, it's happening, and they're just like, please go away.
Like, there's like there's a new Paranormal Activity film that's coming out. What's like a spin-off called
Seven?
Like no, it's 5. No, not Paranormal 5. They're actually going to make a Paranormal Activity 5.
Oh my
this
God,
one's called Paranormal Activity: The Marked Ones, and it's based in like a Latino population, like community, and it's like this guy who's been marked by one of the people, and he starts becoming a demon, and it's found footage, which looks interesting. I mean, all the people laughed in the theater when I went to see Carrie, so I don't know if people are actually going to see it or not.
Probably not the reaction they wanted.
But
that's actually interesting. I don't know if any one of our listeners watches the TV show Supernatural. I'm sorry, I have to go to TV for 2 seconds.
Okay.
But it's a horror show. But what's really cool is last season, I think, did my air conditioning just come on? Yeah, sorry for that little bit of buzz. In the last season, they actually had a found footage episode, which was really awesome. And it was like that. It was like them trying to convince something else, and like you have your main characters kind of like not as the main characters of the episode, and it was like really, it was really cool.
I think found footage can be like done well, but like a lot of it just isn't the same.
Yeah.
Oh, what's scary? No.
Yeah, I thought Blair Witch, since it was kind of like the first one that like really like hit the scene, it was like really great because it was like this found footage, and you were like, is it real? Is it not real?
I mean, I enjoyed the first 3 Paranormal Activities. I mean, I'm not like saying that they're the greatest things on earth, but I enjoyed them. So
I think I need to, I don't know, wrap us up here.
Yeah,
we're growing kind of long here. It might be kind of a long episode.
Well, we were also gone.
We've been gone for so long.
They want to hear from us, don't you guys? Leave in the comments if you want us to have longer episodes. Actually, don't, because I'm sure everyone says no.
Everyone's probably like, shut up.
Let's end with some events, some Oberlin events.
So the Oberlin Film Series is having the Cabin in the Woods on Friday, November 1st at 9 p.m. in West Lecture Hall.
So timely, you guys.
And Saturday is Troll 2 at 9 p.m.
So go see those
cult
movies.
Cult classics, Troll 2.
Yeah.
Both of them.
The Apollo is showing Psycho. Not this
Friday, but next Friday for $5 at midnight, so you can learn about Psycho and hear this music that was our intro.
Yeah.
We'll announce it
also,
again,
what did we say was coming to the Apollo this week?
Ender's Game.
Ender's Game.
Ender's Game is coming out. I don't know if I'm allowed to plug Harry Potter Trivia Night Wednesday at the Cat at 9.
You should anyway. It's Harry Potter.
It's not really...
Harry Potters are movies.
Yeah, there's movies. There's a couple movie questions hidden in there. So.
Yeah, there's the Gatekeepers, which is... I know there's a doc that's presenting here.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know where it is. I know there's a bunch of different film things that are happening.
Yeah.
So,
we should look that up for
We should look it up. But check it out.
Check it out. Harry Potter Trivia, Cat and the Cream, 9 p.m. Wednesday. Be there, be square. All right.
Any other horror things from this week?
Nope.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Let's
Spooky.
say our name.
Watch great films or go to the SCO or don't do anything at all.
Yeah, be lame.
Be lame. Or be cool.
All right,
Doesn't matter.
so let's sign off, yo.
Yeah.
I'm Anna.
I'm Maya.
And I'm Abby.
Bye. I'm going to play this segment. Spooky.